Hey everybody, welcome back to Slone Stitches. If you're new here, my name is Jess. This is my channel all about cross stitching. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. How are you? Nice to see you. It's been a little over 2 weeks since my last update. A little bit of a location change today. It is storming and pouring rain here in Cincinnati today, and my normal filming location in the living room has terrible lighting when there's no natural light. So I'm in my kitchen. I'm at my kitchen table. I am staring at my cat right now. He's just looking at me from behind the laptop. I'll post a picture on my Instagram story, which if you're seeing this way, you should go check it out because he won't stop staring at me. He's been doing it the whole time I've been prepping. Anyway, like I said, how is everybody? It's almost summer break. I'm so ready. I do want to give a quick mention, a shout out, a thank you to Bethany from Bethany Bird Stitcher. She made her first Flosstube this past week, and I had been talking to her before and giving her a little bit of encouragement to do it. And she's a natural. She's so good. So go check her out. Give her a little love. She's not sure how often she'll update, but maybe with a little more encouragement from other people, she'll update more often. But you did a great job, Bethany, and I'll link your channel down below so people can go check you out, and they can also tell you what a natural you are. Life updates. It is the last week of school. It's Tuesday, May the 20th, and our last day is Thursday. So that's crazy. It's my son's last year of elementary school, so everybody's feeling all the emotions about that. We're just going to get through it. There might be some tears. He's already shed a couple, but it'll be okay. Middle school's going to be fine. It's going to be good. Volleyball tournaments for this past weekend. They did not win the championship. That's okay. They had a really fun team this year. And then he also had a dive meet this past weekend, and he improved. There went the cat. He improved his 1 meter diving score 24 points from his meet in March, which is awesome. And he competed on 3 meter for the first time and did not finish in last place. So very proud of him. I will pop a couple of pictures in here because I got new editing software and I no longer have to rely on the really terrible software that came with my laptop. So now I can more easily put in pictures and things, and it's not such a chore. So pop a couple of those in there. And let's see. This is a little bit of housekeeping. My last video before we go to California to Disneyland. My next video will probably be on June 9th, which is the Monday after we get back. So a 3-week gap between videos this time, but like I've said in previous videos, this does put me on track to post an update right after StitchCon Weekend B, which is great. Probably videos will be on Mondays for the majority of the summer because we do have diving practice the majority of Tuesdays through the middle of July. And the Tuesday practices involve me driving him downtown to the University of Cincinnati to practice 3 meter at their pool. So not a great day for filming. So just a little housekeeping there. This is my 10th video. So I decided with that and with the fact that I'm going to be gone for an extra week, I'll make it up to you and we'll do a little giveaway later in the video. So stay tuned for that. But let's get straight into stitching, shall we? I have 5 whips to show. I did not have any new starts this past couple weeks, and I have one of my legacy previous finishes to show because I didn't finish anything either. May is busy. As a parent, May is insane. I think I saw a meme where they called it May-cember because it feels like the bird months with all the holidays and things to do and spirit weeks, and it's a lot. So just some whips, but I got a lot of good progress on the whips that I did touch. So let's get started on those. The first one that I want to show was my WIPGO call this month for both numbers 5 and 19. So with my WIPGO, I do 4 days per number called. So This was both numbers, so it got 8 total days this month. This is A Study in Nature by the Artsy Housewife, and I am putting my own little twist on it. I am doing the DMC conversion. There are a couple of colors I did not have when I originally kitted this up, but I had ones that were close enough, so I've subbed those in. And I am doing this on a piece of 18 count Aida in the color Rorschach test from the DigiStitchery on Etsy. It's a printed Aida. This is where I was the last time you saw it. And here is where it is now. It's turning out exactly like I hoped it would. Better, honestly, than I hoped it would. Bring it in close. I know it's not perfectly centered on the fabric. That is on purpose. It is perfectly centered on that big splotch in the middle. And that was my entire idea when I first started thinking about this pattern, was to not do all the extras, to just do the butterfly and to find something that looked like the Rorschach test. Mission accomplished, I think. I know the edges are all frayed. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. And I've got my antisocial butterfly needle minder on there. It's looking great. I'm so happy with it. I am stitching this with 2 threads on the 18 count, which these days is not my typical preference, but I think it works out really well for this. It looks very full and very crisp, especially on this fabric. It pops out so well against the gray. So I'm really happy with where this is right now. One more time. So just one more wing left to go. Those wings are deceptive. There's a lot of stitches in those wings, but I'm having a really great time with it. And that's it for that on my WIPGO board for this year, but I have a feeling I'll probably finish it before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Let's see. So the next thing I decided to pull out was my Projet Temperatures by Delphine Luthine, which you can find in their Facebook group. I will leave the description of the Facebook group, like the title of it, in the description box below. For some reason, it won't let me link to the group. I don't know if it's because it's private or what, but people have better luck when they just copy and paste the name and search for it on Facebook. So I will put that in the description box. This is what the pattern looks like. This is their mock-up. I am doing this for 1934 high temperatures in Cincinnati. That's the year that my grandma was born. She passed away in 2007, and I have not done a memorial piece for her yet. So when I saw this temperature chart, I thought it would be perfect for her because she loved her flowers, loved her garden. This is on a piece of 16 count Aida that I had in my stash. It's Vintage Country Mocha from Zweigart. This is where it was last time you saw it. I put in January 1934 all in one day. And I did the same thing for February. It took me one day, a lot of stitching, but one day. And here's where we are. Super, super cute. You can see my tiny little mistake up here. I didn't realize that this pattern had the extra 29th branch when I was stitching this. Figured it out when I was putting the flowers in. It's okay. It looks fine. It doesn't matter. I put in an extra little heart there to take up the space, and I think it looks great. I'm not a bird person. Everybody knows that. But these little birds are very cute. So, very happy with how that's turning out. Very happy with my seeming ability to put in an entire month's worth in one day if the stitching time works out correctly. So very excited to keep going with this. I think she'd love it. And I know on their mock-up they have the city name and the year. And I think I will do her, maybe her first name and the year. Maybe not her full name. But we'll see. That is a decision for future me. Try and keep everything together here. I'm going to have a hot mess on my hands. Okay. The next project that I worked on was for my Stitch Go board. So if you're new here, I have taken the concept of WIPGO, and I'm not saying I'm the first one to have done this. I'm probably not, but that's something I came up with to make a stitch go board. So I took my two biggest projects and I alternated them on a new board. And when Jessie Marie calls the numbers for WIPGO, I use the same calls for Stitch Go. And each number corresponds to a number of 100 of stitches that I need to do that month on that project. So this month with numbers 5 and 19, they were both bath time, art by Lisa Parker, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So 5 and 19 is a total of 2,400 stitches into this project. And I did it. And 2,400 stitches on this project meant that it hit 20%, which is very exciting. Huge goal reached a little later than I had intended because I would have liked to have done 10% on this per year. And I started this on New Year's Eve 2022. So I'm a little behind, but proud of it regardless. This is on a 25 count easy count Lugana from Zweigart. It is 1/1 full cross. This is where it was when you last saw it fairly recently because it comes up a lot. And this is where it is now. He looks great. Oh, I'm so excited about where this is. So I'll give you a chance to look at the full thing here for just a second. And then I'll bring it in a little closer. Hold this up again. So the 2,400 stitches that I did were all down here on this page. I'm working diagonal pages all the way across. So I finished up this column and got into this column. It's looking great. The bubbles are always everyone's favorite part. Happy to get into more of the grass and get away from all the white on white that I've had to be doing over here. So yeah, he's looking fantastic. I just love him. So like I said, this is at 20%, so we're way over 60,000 stitches at this point, which is huge. There's like 329,000 stitches in this, and hitting those round number milestones really gives me the motivation to keep going. I only have this one huge full coverage project going, and I really want to stitch other ones in the future from other designers, from other charting companies, but I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I have 31 whips right now, which, by the way, let me know if you're interested in a mid-year whip parade. I wasn't going to do one, but I've added so many projects and done so much on others since I filmed my beginning of the year whip parade in January. I'm thinking that maybe in early July, I might do a mid-year. So let me know if you like mid-year whip parades too. Now that I have my new editing software, I should be able to put something together that kind of really shows you the full picture of how much stitching I've been doing so far this year. So we'll see. But this is a big part of that. Thousands and thousands of stitches have gone into this already this year, and I'm very happy with that. I might have to switch my filming location to the kitchen permanently because having this big table here is very nice. Next up on the list is my good friend Ragnarok from Long Dog Samplers. This just came up in my rotation. So for my rotation, I work through my whips in chronological order. I give them 2 days each, 3 if I'm really feeling a certain way about the project at the time. So Ragnarok got its 2 days last week. There's cat fur on it, which why wouldn't there be? This is now at 37.98%. If you've not seen this project before, this is on a 32 count Jobelan in Lazy River from Zweigart. It's 2/2 full cross. I am stitching this in sulky threads. 3 different colors of sulky threads. We had a dye lot problem. We fixed that. We're not talking about that anymore. And then I also have some anchor black in here for the ravens, for Odin's ravens. So here's what the pattern will look like when it's done. Here is where it was last time you saw it. And here it is now. Oh yeah. Looking spectacular. The lighting in here is pretty good too, because that's fairly true for the fabric. So for the 2 days that I worked on this time around, I worked exclusively over here on this side, and I finished up this leaf that I had already kind of started. I got the rest of this border in here, this mountain with this owl, all of this with this castle, and I started on these dancing people here. So it was like, well, almost 2,000 stitches, about 1,700 stitches that I put in on it in 2 days. And I feel like that's pretty good. Love working on this. There are so many long dogs that I have planned to start. And I would really like to get this one done before I start a new one, but I don't know. I've had an idea for Saga, which is like the really big, newer one. And I don't know how much longer I can keep myself from starting that one. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make it a little internal goal in my head to get this one to 50%, and then I'll let myself start a new one in conjunction with it. Sounds like a pretty good deal in my head, at least. Okay, then the last whip that I have to share is the Moonlight sampler from the Blue Flower. This I am stitching on a piece of 20 count Aida 1/1 in Nantucket Prim from Vintage Needlearts on Etsy. And I have done some color changes on this because I am not doing it on a dark fabric. So I had to change a couple of colors in some of the butterflies, but not too many changes there. And I had to change the color of the words. I also changed part of this to resemble my mom. So the woman in the piece now has like my mom's hair. And I changed the cat so that it was facing away from your viewpoint, made it black because she always had a black cat. And I changed the colors of the dog to look like her dog, Georgie, and changed the collar so it was red like his collar always was. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it, way back in January, I think. And this is what it looks like now. So I put 2 days in on it. Oh, just looking fantastic. I'm so close to reaching the bottom of the borders. So I'll show you a little closer. This time around, I put in this little firefly here. The rest of the, what do you call this? The seat, the bench, the rope. And I did this entire lantern. Came down here and kept working on border. Did these flowers and started on the stems for those flowers. So the border doesn't go much further. It's these flowers and then a little bit here. So they'll stop right about here. And then down here is the animal alphabet, which will be a lot of fun to stitch. Those animals are cute and letters go by super fast. So I'm not worried about that taking up a lot of time. I believe this is still to come a couple of times on my WIPGO board. So this is a potential finish for 2025, which would make me so happy. I want this framed. I want it on my wall. This is not going in the box of shame under the bed by any means. It is getting framed as soon as it gets finished. Someone hold me to that, please. Thank you. So I'll show you one more time the full piece. Oh, I love it. Anyone who has watched me for any length of time knows how much I adore the Blue Flower. I don't think there are any pieces that I work on that make me happier than the pieces I work on from her. So I love this. Okay, so like I said, I have no new starts to share from this last couple of weeks. I do have some plans. Still need to start the library piece from Heartstring. I know I've been talking about that forever. I just keep putting it off because I have so much else going on. And then I have a couple of new starts planned in June, including one that I'm going to start at StitchCon Weekend B on the first day of summer. So very excited for that. I have my whole StitchCon almost completely planned out. And that's one of the things. It's a frosted pumpkin that I'm going to start while I'm there. So I'm excited for that. I have it all kitted up. And then let's see. Let me take a quick drink. Would you like to see a legacy finish? The theme of this video is I'm going to Disneyland in less than 2 weeks. This is the wrong park, but my raspberry lemonade here is in a 25th anniversary Disney World glass. I've never been to Disneyland, so, you know, I don't have much of anything from there. And then my legacy finish is a Disney piece. This is the Cats of Disney from Abbie Sue Designs. So this was originally finished on November 21st, 2021, when it was just the regular Cats of Disney pattern. And then she released bonus cats the following year, and I collected all of those and finished the bonus cats on September 7th, 2023. Those are the bonus cats. The bottom 2 rows were, okay. I didn't really like, I think he's from Atlantis. She is from Atlantis. I wanted both Cy and Am from Lady and the Tramp on the piece. So I stitched that one twice. I moved Shere Khan so I could keep them together. These patterns weren't Pattern Keeper compatible. So it was a lot of counting, a lot of trial and error. The spacing might not be perfect, but it's fine. It looks great. I did omit the title because I knew I was going to put the bonus cats in. And instead of doing names or anything like that underneath, since I know all of their names, I did the dates that their movies were released in theaters. So this is on a piece of 28 count Lugana in light ash gray from Zweigart. And these are my Disney cats. Look at them. I'll let you look at the full piece for just a minute and then I'll bring it in a little closer so you can see the detail. I mean, the detail on her patterns. It's the back stitching. She's a magician, Abbie Sue is, with backstitch. I don't believe you can get this pattern anymore. Disney, you know, I don't know. She had to make a change, but I will slow scroll so you can see everybody. I'm obsessed with Disney cats. I'm a cat person through and through, and I love Disney. As soon as I said I'm a cat person through and through, a cat walked in here and rubbed against my leg and meowed. I don't know if you could hear her. That was Harper. Oh, I love them. And it's so nice to give appreciation to some of the ones that are not just like the Aristocats. You know what I'm talking about? Because we love all cats. Especially in this house, Lucifer is my favorite Disney cat of all time. I love him so much. And Bagheera is probably my second favorite. So yeah, there they all are. And as you can see, it was finished twice, almost 2 and 4 years ago. And does it live in the box under the bed? Yes, it does. Should it be framed and hanging somewhere in my house? Probably. But that's okay. We are a process stitcher around here, and not all things need to be hanging on the walls. And I have come to terms with that. Let me know, are you a process or a product stitcher? Because I have really found I like finishing things and I like having my work around the house and I love giving things to my family as gifts. But I am definitely a process stitcher instead of a product stitcher. I want the piece to give me joy while I'm stitching it, and I don't necessarily need to see it all the time after I've done it in order for it to give me that joy. I just think it's interesting how we're all different in the ways this hobby makes us happy. Like some of us are just happy collecting fabric and patterns. That's a little bit me. And some of us are just happy stitching it and don't need it afterwards. And some of us really need it afterward. And it's just cool. It has a little something for everybody's personality. And that's one of the things that I love so much about it. So let's see. Plans. No big plans. I have enough going on without making big, huge cross stitch plans. I am waiting on the WIPGO draws for June. Those should be coming in about 5 days. I need to get my plain stitching together for the trip out to California. We do have 2 flights each way, and it's a total of about 5.5 or 6 hours in the air plus airport time. So I definitely want to take stitching. I have never stitched on a plane before. I've been stitching for a long time, but in that time, the only flights that I have taken have been pretty short, and I've had my son with me, and he was very young. So my focus was keeping him occupied. So if you are a frequent flyer plane stitcher, I will welcome all of your tips. I have the travel scissors that will attach to the project, so I won't lose the scissors. I know that I'm going to take ones with paper patterns, easy stitching, nothing too crazy, easy to count. I have some ideas for things that I'm going to take with me to work on, but I will welcome any and all tips. Thank you. Other than that, I will be going through my rotation a little bit over the next couple of weeks before we leave on our trip. Today, I'm going to start making some progress on something wicked. This way comes from Autumn Lane, which is super exciting. I love a little bit of Halloween stitching. And then the next one in my rotation is my Mirabilia, my feather fairy. So very excited to make more progress on her. I am deep into her skirt, and that is a lot, but it's beautiful, and it has so many gorgeous blends. So very excited to make more progress on her coming up. Here's the shocker of a lifetime. I have no haul. Okay, that's a little lie. I have no stitching haul. I did order stickers to give out along with my scissor fobs at StitchCon. So if you're going to be at Weekend B StitchCon, make sure you come find me. I will post on my story what table number I'm at, and I'll be walking around a little bit as well. But come get a scissor fob and come get, I have 2 stacks of these. There's like 500. Come get some stickers. I'll show you my little itty bitty stickers. I didn't want them to take up a lot of space on people's things they put them on. It's my logo. So come get a sticker. I have more than enough for everybody. So, and keep that in mind for future times as well. Come get stickers. I would not recommend the company that I ordered them from. It was something like 360 online print or something like that. They were very slow. I was starting to get very nervous. It was impossible to track the order, even though I had an account set up on their website. It took a lot. They said that they were going to be delivered by May 1st, and I just got them a couple of days ago. So like almost 3 weeks late. And StitchCon is in like 3 or 4 weeks. So I was getting a little nervous, but they're here. They look good. I'm happy with them. I will use another company next time, but it's okay. So like I said, if I'm going to see you at StitchCon, please make sure to come get a sticker, because do not leave me with hundreds and hundreds of stickers at the end of this. I will have these stickers with me for all of time, I think. Okay. Hey, I'll throw one in with future giveaways. Not this one, though. And you'll see why. So, in celebration of my 10th video here on Flosstube, and also as a way of saying, sorry, I'm going to disappear on you for extra time before my next update, I'd like to do a giveaway. So what I have decided to do is I will buy something for you off of your 123stitch.com wish list, as long as it is under $15. That's the limit. So how this is going to work, you have to be over 18. You have to be a subscriber, please and thank you. And you have to be willing to, 1, have a 123stitch.com wish list, and 2, give me your email address that is associated with that wish list. And I will go search you up if you win, and I will buy something on it as a surprise for you. So make sure your wish list is updated. I don't want to get you something that you already have. I know I am terrible terrible about getting things other places and forgetting to delete it off of my wish list on 123 Stitch or my favorites on Etsy, stuff like that. So make sure your list is updated. And if you would like to enter to win that opportunity, I would like for you to use the word wish in your comment. Please do not say any of the spam trigger words like giveaway or winner or contest or entry, like any of that kind of thing. And like I said, please make sure you're over 18 because I'm going to be mailing something to you, even if it is coming directly from 123 Stitch. And I would need to ask for your address if for some reason it won't let me order you something directly to your address that's attached to your wish list. I know I've had it happen multiple ways. My in-laws have bought me things and it's been for Christmas and it's come straight to me. I'm sure they forgot to select an option, but I think you can change those options. Not sure. Between you and me, if you win, we will figure it out and I will buy you something. So yeah, wish if you would like to be entered for a chance to get something off of your 123stitch.com wish list. And this contest will be open until the night before I film my next episode. So that would be Sunday, June 8th, because I plan on filming on Monday the 9th. So you have until Sunday, June 8th to say wish in a comment, and good luck. Hopefully you win. So very short today. That's it. That's all I have. If you are not already subscribed, please feel free to do so. Like, comment, do all those things. Love hearing from you. Follow me on Instagram. I am Slone Stitches over there as well. Love hearing from everyone over on Instagram. And I also have an email address listed below if you need to get in touch with me for any other reason. And that's it. I'll see you guys in 3 weeks this time. Everybody have a great next few weeks, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.